Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle is a practical guide to achieving inner peace and happiness by embracing the present moment. The book emphasizes the importance of detaching from constant thinking and living in the now rather than clinging to the past or worrying about the future. Below is a summary of the key ideas in the book. 1. The concept of the present moment. The present moment is all we truly have. The past is merely a memory, and the future is just imagination. Living in the now is the key to inner peace. By staying present, you detach from past pain and stop worrying about the future. 2. The ego and the mind. The human mind is programmed to live in a cycle of constant thinking, which leads to anxiety and pain. The ego is the voice in your mind that tries to define you through achievements or fears. It is essential to realize that the ego is not your true self. 3. Freedom from emotional pain. Emotional pain accumulates when we dwell on the past or resist the present. By becoming aware of your inner pain, you can free yourself from it by accepting and being conscious of the present. 4. Being present. Focus on the present moment through meditation, observing your breath, and paying attention to your surroundings. Stop resisting the present and accept it as it is. Resistance only increases suffering. 5. The energy body. The body carries the energy of life. By paying attention to your body and feeling the life energy within it, you can enhance your awareness of the present moment. 6. Relationships and awareness. Relationships become healthier when we live in the present and let go of emotional dependence on others. True love is being fully conscious rather than seeking happiness externally. 7. The meaning of surrender. Surrender does not mean defeat, but rather complete acceptance of the present moment. When you surrender to the now, your inner state transforms into calmness and peace. Conclusion. Living in the present is the key to freeing yourself from pain and anxiety and achieving inner peace and happiness. The book provides practical tools to transcend the ego, detach from excessive thinking, and focus on the present moment as a path to a more conscious and balanced life. The Power of Now is filled with practical exercises and techniques to help apply the concepts Eckhart Tolle explains. Here are the most prominent practical applications and additions found in the book. 1. Awareness of your inner observer. Pause for a moment and listen to your inner voice, constant thoughts. Do not judge the thoughts. Just observe them as if you are watching something separate from yourself. This observation helps you realize that you are not your thoughts but the awareness that notices them. 2. Practicing being in the now. Focus on your breathing. Place your full attention on your inhale and exhale. Look at things around you with intense focus, as if you are seeing them for the first time. If you feel distracted, bring your attention back to the present moment through your senses. 3. Observing inner pain. When you feel anger or sadness, do not resist it. Instead, allow yourself to fully feel it without labeling or judging it. Observe where the pain manifests in your body, muscle tension, rapid heartbeat, etc. Over time, you will notice the pain begins to fade. 4. Practicing presence with the energy body. Close your eyes and direct your full attention inward. Try to feel the life energy flowing through your hands, feet, chest. Focus on this sensation. This exercise deepens your awareness of the body and enhances your ability to live in the moment. 5. Detaching from the ego. Notice when the ego controls your thoughts, e.g., dwelling on the past, boasting, or feeling inferior. Tell yourself, this is the ego, not my true self. Focus on separating your true awareness from the ego's voice, which ties your value to material things or achievements. 6. Dealing with negative situations. When facing a difficult situation, pause and ask yourself, am I resisting the present moment? Can I accept it as it is? If you feel resistance, name it. This is internal resistance. Simply acknowledging its presence can ease its intensity. 7. Walking meditation. Walk slowly and with full awareness. Focus on the movement of your feet, the feeling of the ground beneath you, and your breathing as you walk. If your mind begins to wander, bring it back to the physical sensation of movement. Eighth, understanding. Psychological time versus practical time. Psychological time occurs when you constantly think about the past or future, causing anxiety or regret. Practical time focuses on the present while using the past future only as references. To reduce psychological time, stay present in every activity you do, no matter how simple. 9. Positive surrender. When faced with a situation you cannot change immediately, do not resist it. Accept the current reality without judgment or attempts to change it. This acceptance is not defeat, but a step toward inner peace, allowing for better decisions later. 10th, stopping internal dialogue. Take a break from constant thinking by fully focusing on something simple, like the ticking of a clock or your breathing. If thoughts return, do not fight them. Gently bring your attention back. 11. Using questions to trigger awareness. Ask yourself, who is my true self? Can I detach from my emotions and thoughts now? The answer is not in words, but in a direct experience of awareness. 12. Practicing presence with others. When talking to someone, pay full attention to their words, body language, and even the silences. Do not judge or think about how to respond. Simply be fully present. 13. Journaling awareness. Dedicate time daily to writing down your thoughts, emotions, and reactions. After writing, review what you've written and be aware of the source of these thoughts, ego or awareness. 14. Repeating, I am here now. Make this phrase a daily mantra to remind yourself to return to the present. Repeat it calmly, especially during moments of stress or distraction. Additions, questions, and answers. At the end of the book, Eckhart Tolle answers common questions from readers, such as, how can I stay in the moment in difficult life situations? What do I do when dealing with negative people? Can I achieve success while focusing only on the present? These answers provide practical examples and applicable methods for each scenario. Here are Eckhart Tolle's answers to frequently asked questions posed by readers at the end of The Power of Now, regarding applying present moment awareness to different life situations. 1. How do I live in the moment during difficult life circumstances? Answer. Do not resist the difficult situation you're facing. Instead, try to accept it as it is. Focus on the present moment instead of dwelling on how things should be. Ask yourself, can I handle this moment? The answer is often yes, as suffering arises from resisting the present, not from the present itself. After acceptance, you can act with clarity and calmness to improve your situation. 2. What should I do when dealing with negative people? Answer. Be aware of your inner energy and don't let them pull you into their negativity. Don't judge or try to change them. Simply remain fully present with them without being affected. If their presence feels too overwhelming, you can step away without resentment or guilt. 3. Can success be achieved by focusing only on the present? Answer. Yes, focusing on the present doesn't mean abandoning goals. It means focusing on the step you're taking right now without being consumed by future worries. True success results from working consciously and enjoying what you're doing now, rather than merely striving for a future outcome. When you're present, your work becomes higher quality and more creative, increasing your chances of success. 4. How do I deal with fear or anxiety about the future? Answer. Fear and anxiety arise when you live in psychological time, the future, rather than the present moment. Shift your attention to the now and ask yourself, do I have a real problem in this moment? Often the answer is no. If there is a real problem, address it directly in the present moment without overthinking its consequences. 5. How do I balance living in the present with planning for the future? Answer. Living in the present doesn't mean abandoning planning. Plan consciously, but don't let your mind get stuck in the future. Once a plan is made, return to the present and focus on the practical steps you're taking now to execute it. Don't worry about the final outcomes. Trust the process and focus on what you can do now. 6. What if I feel bored while living in the present? Answer. Boredom is an unconscious resistance to the present moment. When you feel bored, focus more deeply on the moment and what's happening around you. Notice small details you might have previously overlooked, like textures or faint sounds. Every moment has something unique if you are fully aware of it. 7. How do I live in the moment with family and work responsibilities? Answer. Don't perceive responsibilities as burdens. Instead, approach each task with full presence. Focus on performing each step consciously rather than thinking about the workload as a whole. When you're with your family, be fully present with them without letting your mind wander to other issues. 8. How do I deal with physical pain while living in the present? Answer. Instead of resisting pain, direct your awareness fully toward it. Focus on the physical sensation of pain without labeling or judging it. Over time, you'll notice the pain easing as you stop resisting or mentally attaching to it. 9. How do I stay present when dealing with hostile or violent people? Answer. In such situations, focus on calming yourself first so you can respond consciously and without emotional reactivity. If immediate action is required to protect yourself or others, act with full awareness. Don't let anger or fear take over. Simply respond with clarity and effectiveness. These answers reflect the essence of the book's teachings, emphasizing that being present is the key to overcoming most of life's challenges.